Heaven's California.
Hey guys, today I'm going to be reacting to a video by Nightmare Files. I know I have not done Nightmare Files in a while. I actually was not going to really react to him anymore, but just because someone asked me to, and I was like, sure, like, you know, I got some time. There is schoolwork I could be doing, but, you know, it's not due for a little bit, and it's not necessarily, it needs to be done now, so, you know, I'm pretty caught up for the most part. But, yeah, so this video is called 3 Disturbing True Concert Horror Stories. I believe this is the video that, because, like, I go in order, so, like, if he uploaded, like, a month ago, and this video was the one after the upload, then I'm going to try to go in order with them. So this one is, yeah, 3 Disturbing True Concert Horror Stories. Keep in mind, I am tired. It's about 12 minutes long, so I may be just a little bit, like, I don't know, but, yeah. So, what I'll do for Nightmare Files, and I'm also going to try to react to Corpse Husband, because that was a suggestion by someone, so I will try doing that as well. I did not know his videos were so much longer than Mr. Nightmare. Not so much longer, but just like longer, so I didn't really expect that. So I will try to do a reaction today. Again, do not know if these videos will all be uploaded today, possibly tomorrow or Friday as well, but we'll see. But I will try to do reactions, and they will be up eventually. So, but this one is going to be right now Nightmare Files, so let's just get into this. Oh, once again, concert horror stories, which I'm really curious to see what this will be.
My name is Frank, and I'm 24 years old.
Okay.
About 3 years ago, me and my best friend Carson went to a heavy metal festival. The festival would last from Friday till Sunday. I think it was on a Saturday when the band Hatebreed were about to start, so I quickly went over to a nearby bar to grab a few beers. Once grabbing them, I turned around and bumped into a man that was close behind me, and I spilled beer all over him.
Oh, crap.
I quickly apologized, and I asked if he was alright, but he didn't say anything. He just stared at me. He stared through me, I say. To describe him, he had long black hair, a dirty, scruffy, old leather coat, and black jeans with a patchy beard. He just walked away after that.
Okay.
I understand that he was upset, but he really looked at me like he wanted to kill me. I got another few beers and began to forget about him, and I managed to enjoy the rest of the day.
Okay, good.
Me and Carson had been drinking all day and were pretty wasted. It was like 2 in the morning, and I felt like I was going to pass out, and that's what I did. As soon as I got back to my tent, I crashed and quickly fell asleep.
Oh, so you're camping
I
there.
have no idea how much time had passed, but I heard our tent being unzipped, and Carson was ready to crash as well. We were talking to some other people at the festival, which we befriended. That's why Carson came back to our tent later than me. I was nearly about to fall back asleep when Carson laid down very close to me, a little too close. I laughed and I said, "Carson, man, come on.
It's not Carson. It's not Carson.
He never answered me. It was at this point I was getting wind of a foul odor. It was dirt and body odor. That's what it smelled like. I turned around and I said, "Carson." I flipped the lamp on and saw the same guy who I bumped into earlier that day.
Yep.
As soon as the light came on, he wrapped his hands around my throat and started to choke me.
Oh my god, okay, come on now,
I
really?
was too intoxicated to fight back and to get him off of me. And honestly, I thought I was about to die. By some miracle, someone heard me struggling even through the noise of the drunken fans. And someone opened our tent and pulled the guy off of me.
You're
I
lucky.
was still laid down, trying to breathe. But once I came to, I asked what happened to that guy. And I was told that he pushed past a few people. And then he ran into the nearby forest. As much alcohol as I consumed, this sobered me up instantly. I didn't sleep for the rest of the night. And I didn't drink alcohol the following day. It was the last day of the festival. But I wasn't in the mood to stay.
Yeah.
So me and Carson packed up and headed home. I still go to festivals, but I don't drink anymore. And I'm much more cautious of what and who's around me.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, for us, we have like a festival at a nearby park, so like I just go, I don't sleep there. So this is kind of like a camping story too, in a way, somewhat. Yeah, be careful at festivals. Just be careful. Or concerts.
I'm 19 years old.
Me too.
But this story took place 2 years ago. Me and about 3 of my friends, we went to a concert to see the rapper Abstract. Before the main artist came out, there were a few supporting artists. Mainly, it was local up-and-coming rappers trying to get their name out there. The show was going great. We were drinking a few beers, enjoying the music, and just having a good time. That would be short-lived, unfortunately, because at some point, a group of guys were in the crowd causing trouble. They were being
always gotta ruin
aggressive to all the people that were around them.
Leave them alone.
Being jerks to girls and basically just looking for a fight. And unfortunately, that fight would be found at my expense. One of the men out of the group came up to my friends and I and started talking smack. I won't go into details about what was said.
Like, do I know you?
It was mainly just drunken nonsense.
Yeah, so they're drunk alcohol.
During the confrontation, one of the guys pushed me into the floor. Before I could get up and do anything, a security guard grabbed him and started roughly escorting him out.
Awesome.
About 30 seconds after that, another security guard then grabbed me and started doing the same.
Oh.
Once we got outside, I tried to tell him that I didn't do anything
What
wrong.
did I do, bitch?
But he didn't say anything. In fact, he didn't even look like a security guard.
I knew it. I was just gonna say
He
it's
had
not
no
a security
ID
guard.
tag or a uniform.
It's not a
He
security
was
guard.
just wearing black jeans and a black hoodie.
I bet it was one of the drunk guys.
He told me to shut my mouth or he would call the police. Just before turning me around and tying my hands up with a cable tie.
Yeah, okay, you're not a security guard.
He then pushed me into the back of his car. And at this point, it was pretty clear, if not before, he definitely was not a security guard.
Yeah.
He
Pretty
quickly got
clearly.
into his car and drove off. I kept telling the man to let me out of his car, but he never said anything. He looked nervous, to be honest. He just never responded to me.
What are
We
you
didn't
doing?
drive far, only a few streets away from the venue, and then pulled into a dark alleyway.
Oh, God.
I saw there was a van already parked in the alley, and once we arrived, there were 2 very large men who stepped out of the van. The guy who had taken me got out and started to talk to the men, all while he was pointing at me. At that moment, the feeling that I was in massive danger hit me very hard.
Yeah.
I kept struggling to get out of the cable, but I couldn't. I wasn't alone in the car for long before the 2 men then came over and grabbed me and threw me in the back of their van. I was honestly too scared to try anything, thinking I would get killed or something.
Well, either way, you're
I just
basically
laid in
screwed
that
now.
van thinking the very worst. I wasn't sure how long we were driving, but at some point the van pulled over. At first I thought we had arrived to wherever they were taking me. After listening out, I actually could hear a cop talking to the driver asking for his license and registration.
Oh, thank God. Oh, my God, you're so
And also
lucky.
why he was speeding. At that point, I screamed as loud as I possibly could.
Get attention.
The cop realized someone was being kidnapped
Yep,
and
yes.
quickly sustained the 2 men,
Yes.
and I was let free.
Oh, thank God.
The man that had taken me was also later found and arrested. I had no idea what the men had planned on doing with me. I just thank God that cop pulled them over that night. Otherwise, I'm
Wow.
pretty sure I wouldn't be here today.
That's crazy. Like, you're actually so lucky in that case. Like, holy crap. Wow. Just don't go to concerts, all I can
I'm
say.
20 years old, and this story takes place in the UK when I was 14. Me and a few of my friends were going to a metal concert on the weekend.
Okay?
It was to see the band, Asking Alexandria, and a few other supporting bands.
Never heard of those bands.
This was my first concert, and I was very excited. My friends and I, we stood near the back of the crowd, next to where the bar was. And they wanted to go into a mosh pit, and they asked me to join them.
A
But I
what?
declined as I was too scared.
A mosh pit?
They went ahead and went into the crowd, while I watched them from the back, which I had no problems with. As the show went on, there was a man who was also near the bar where we stood. and I noticed that he had gradually made his way closer and closer until he was right behind me. The whole time making sure he made eye contact with me each time I scanned my surroundings.
You gotta
To describe him, he had long, brown, greasy hair.
Why is it always long
Which
hair?
was in a ponytail. A clean-shaven face. Quite fat. It was wearing a Cannibal Corpse t-shirt. He had brown cargo shorts on and an old scuffed up, looks like Nikes. At one point, I started to feel something around my waist. I looked down and I saw it was an arm. I turned around scared and I saw it was the man.
What are you doing?
The same man who had been watching me. I looked at him frightened and confused, and he let me go.
Like, what are you trying to do?
Not even looking at me, but he had a big creepy grin on his face. I walked off and saw my two friends leaving the crowd. They were heading toward the bar. I walked over to tell them about the weird guy putting his arm around me. Once I told them, I turned around to point the man out, but couldn't see him anywhere. My friend said just forget about it.
Yeah, just forget about
the
it.
show.
Yeah, because someone just tries to grab me. Yeah, just forget about it.
And actually began to put the man in the back of my mind. And I was enjoying the music with my friends.
Until what happened?
I pulled out my phone, and I saw it was 9 p.m., and I promised my mom I would text her right away at that time.
Okay.
However, I couldn't get a signal inside, so I went outside to quickly send a message.
Of course.
I stood out in the cold trying to quickly text my mother that everything was fine.
How do you not have service
When suddenly my phone was slapped out of my hand, and the hand covered my mouth. Someone was digging their thumb into the back of my neck, pushing and shoving me towards the nearby van.
What do you do?
I did my best to scream and fight back, but he overpowered me. Thankfully, there were a few people near the venue entrance who noticed what was happening.
Thank God.
I started screaming for the person to let me go.
Oh my God.
It was two guys and a girl who ran over and attacked the guy attempting to kidnap me. I was released from the guy's grip and ran up to the girl who came over to help.
Thank God.
Once I came to, I saw the two guys holding down the man who was grabbing me. It was
awesome.
the same guy from earlier who put his arm around me and kept creeping up on me.
See, of course. Oh, yeah, just
The
forget
police
about
were
it.
called and the man was arrested. I gave a statement of what happened and the witnesses backed it up. I was escorted home shortly after that. I was so scared about what just happened,
That's terrifying.
and I just wanted to go home. My first concert was a nightmare, and I will never forget it. I'm always thankful for those people who were there to save me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here to tell this story. I never heard of what happened to that man. Hopefully, he was somewhere far away out of sight, but certainly not out of mind.
Wow. Wow. Those stories are actually really good, not gonna lie. Obviously scary, like, who the hell does that? Like, shit, man, all I can really say is be careful, like, literally, like, seriously be careful, because, like, especially the last one, like, someone just tries to grab you, that's already sus. You should let someone know that some guy tried to grab me and I'm 14, or either way, fucking 20, 40, I don't know, just some guy trying to grab me. So, what are you doing? And obviously he was still watching him after that, or him or her, 14, I don't know if it was a guy or a girl, but, probably a girl, because a lot of, well, I'm not necessarily going to say that, but you never know. So, but it's just terrifying. It's like you just go outside at 9 p.m. Like, I mean, I really doubt you wouldn't have service in there, just depending on how far it is from, like, your city, how far you're traveling, because, like, I mean, I know my mom's phone had that, the same thing. It would, like, sometimes lose service a little bit, like, when we were at the cottage, which makes sense. Again, I don't know how far it was, right? So I guess I can't really say, but that's definitely scary. Just be careful, because you literally never know what's going to happen. Like, you're literally just going outside now, you just send a text, and then you're almost killed. Or almost kidnapped, which could lead to being killed. Like, you just don't expect that. Like, it's just something that just comes out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It's just, like, it's so unexpected. It's like you're not even, like, it's just something that you're never going to think about or expect, and then it just happens, you know? So definitely be careful at concerts. For me, I've never been to a concert. I have been at festivals where there has been concerts there, but, like, I haven't really watched that. And I mean, like, an actual concert, like a rock band, or, like, maybe Headley or someone, or Selena Gomez, or whatever the hell it may be, right? Like Justin Bieber, I don't know, like, no, I've never been to a concert like that. Never been to one. All I've been to is like sports games, or that's basically it, which has nothing really to do with the concert, but it can still be, you can still definitely get like horror stories from those too. So just be careful, because like you literally, I swear, watching these stories every day just makes me scared of like what the hell is gonna happen eventually, or like what could happen at any moment. It's just terrifying to think. Like I just. All I can say is be careful, be aware of your surroundings. If you go outside at nighttime, apparently even at 9 p.m. just watch out, look, especially when the guy tried to grab you already. Especially once you already knew he was trying to like get you before, that's already a red flag. You have to keep your eye out for him, tell security, tell someone, let them know. Because if those people weren't there to save you, you're screwed, my dude. Like, I just don't understand. Like, how would you even... I'm just glad everyone was okay, but it's really scary to think that, like, a cop pulling them over, or, like, a few witnesses that just came to the rescue at that moment. It's just, like, so scary to think, like, what if they weren't there? That's it, you're done. Like, they wouldn't, like, I wouldn't even be hearing this story. It would probably be in the news saying kidnapping leads to death or something, but that's just terrifying to think. So, again, just be careful. I do not know what else to say other than that. Just anywhere in public, an event where there's a lot of people, you may feel safe because there's tons of people, but if you ever end up somewhere where there's, like, in a part where there's not many people at that event, then it's like you never know what's going to happen there, you know? Especially at nighttime, too. Like, you just never know what's going to happen. Like, even in the daytime, like here, they're shooting sometimes, like in the daytime, at like 1 p.m., it's like, what the hell? So you just gotta watch the hell out. You just gotta watch the hell out, my dudes. Like, be careful, that's all I can say. So I'm just gonna end this here. Thank you guys for watching. I will try doing a corpse husband video for that person that wanted me to do it. Just don't know when exactly, but we'll see. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.